Hey guys, this is Cam Free 15 back at it with another video for you guys, and I am back with another Clippers game recap. I didn't do Clippers game recap for game two. One, funny enough, I did record the video. I was just too lazy to upload it, and then two, I was kind of too pissed off. Essentially, that loss should have never happened. Paul George should have hit his free throws, and the Clippers should have did a better job of defending a very obvious play. Thank goodness tonight the Clippers won today fairly pretty simply because of a big second half surge. Obviously led the charge by the charge was led by Terrence Mann, and then Reggie Jackson puts in some baskets, and then Patrick Beverley. How much more can we say about Patrick Beverley? He was great this game. He's been great since the Utah series. Like, credit goes out to Patrick Beverley. He was literally unplayable in the Dallas series because, hey, that series was just not his matchup there. Lo and behold, he comes in the Utah and even in this series, and he's made a huge impact already. So yeah, the Clippers won Game 3, 106-92. They now trail the series 2-1. We honestly should be up in the series 2-1. But listen, it is what it is. The Clippers have to come out on Saturday and type the series. But for the time being, for the next 48 hours, we can be happy that the Clippers got their first W of the series. And it was a team effort. So definitely liked what I saw. Now, I didn't see much of the first quarter because I was actually coaching practice. So just to let you guys know, if I don't speak much about the first quarter, which really, why would I talk most about the first quarter? Um, that's the reason why I'm out coaching, and these games start at like 6 o'clock, and I'm coaching my former high school football team, like, and it cuts into that time. At least I have an hour before practice, ends. But listen, the Clippers definitely brought it tonight. Obviously, being at home definitely helped. So let's go through some of the things I definitely liked. Now, the first half, I didn't really like mostly everything I saw. Second half wise, was a complete opposite. They just flipped a switch in the second half. Ty Lue must have talked to them. And it started with Terrence Mann. Terrence Mann got out on essentially a single handed run all by himself to essentially make sure the Suns didn't find a way to get back in this game. And behind Terrence Mann's energy, um, obviously, obviously it led the Clippers to charge and go out on a huge run, which essentially made the Clippers take a pretty commanding lead, a very big double-digit lead going into the fourth quarter. And even though it did get dicey at some points in that fourth quarter, the Clippers hit those timely baskets when they needed them to secure the win. So Terrence Mann was good. Reggie Jackson, again, continues to be one of the more, I guess you can say, sleepers of the playoffs for me this year. I would actually be shocked if he would be willing to come back to the Clippers on a minimum deal. The same with Nick Batum. Um, I feel like the Clippers can get Nick Batum back and re-sign him. I don't know about Reggie Jackson. That's the thing. The thing about Reggie Jackson is he willing to, I guess, take another pay cut to, I guess, play with his friends and play with a team that would want him. Obviously, there's going to be a team out there that's going to obviously give him the bag. It's going to be up to him. It's like, hey, do I want to continuously play in this system with Ty Lue and Paul George and stuff like that on the Clippers for probably next to near no money? Or do I want to go maybe get a chance to get, probably the last big, type of, I guess bag or type of big money for potentially the last time of your career. Because remember, when it comes to making that money, listen, even though trying to compete for a championship is nice, but if you're making the dough, trust and believe your life is safe. You can know at the end of the day, you can set your family up for years to come because of a contract. trust and believe. That's the thing. But we'll see when the time comes. Definitely, it's making the Clippers' chances harder to re-sign him and a little bit of Batum, but definitely Reggie Jackson. I don't envision he's going to come back. Then that's why I hope the Clippers win a chip this year, because you want to maximize all the players on the roster. So, say if a guy like a Reggie Jackson goes for more money, you could say, well, we got a chip thanks to Reggie Jackson and a few other key contributors and stuff like that. Another thing I liked, the defense on Chris Paul, the returning Chris Paul, you could say it's rust, but regardless of the fact, I thought the defense was great. And the defense on Devin Booker, again, credit to Patrick Beverley. He locked him up tonight, and even Suns fans have to agree that Devin Booker got clamped by Patrick Beverley. Also, too, thank God the Clippers won a game, so I don't have to hear Suns in fucking 4 anymore. Those people, honestly, I thought the Dallas Maverick fans were annoying. I thought the Utah Jazz fans were annoying. This Phoenix Suns fan base is honestly 10 times and more annoying when it comes to these playoff series. Now, there won't be freaking Suns in 4. I guarantee you they're going to be like Suns in 5, but that's not going to happen. But Devin Booker was locked up. And if Devin Booker, especially Devin Booker, if he's held to as many points as he's held to tonight, or around that point, or barely getting to 20 points like he did in game 2, the Clippers have a pretty good chance at winning this series. They cannot afford to have Devin Booker go off for 40. I have a feeling like, well, guess what? It might happen, but and I said in my recorded game 2 recap, even though they didn't go up, I said in that video, like, to lose that game and have essentially Devin Booker be a legit no-show, that's just a waste of a performance. And tonight, the Clippers did it yet again. They locked Devin Booker up. They made him have an off shooting night. Now, you could say it was because of Patrick Beverley. Also, you can also say it was maybe potentially because of the mask. I feel like it's 50-50 in each direction. I can understand the mask can be a little bit of a problem after a while, but hey, he's got to wear it because he broke his damn nose. And if he wants to take that thing off, well, guess what? You're going to only further the damage and potentially put your team at risk if you end up hurting that nose even worse. And again, Patrick Beverley put down the clamps on this guy. John Gobble, for one factor, wasn't much of a nuisance. So that was good. And then the last thing I gotta say is, I think the rotations in this game, I think they need to be set. Oh, another good thing I actually forgot to add. Zubac had a great bounce back game. Zubac had definitely his best game of this series. And if Zubac is giving me, when I get the chance to read a stat line tonight, if he's giving me what he gave me tonight, and he does that consistently, where he doesn't look like he's a deer in headlights, and he steps up and he plays like how we know he can play, well, guess what? I'm not guaranteeing anything, but it makes the Clippers' chance to win this series a whole lot more easier, because if he's being effective on the defense and a little bit on the offense and containing Ayton as best he can, well, guess what? You're going to smooth sail you're going to take those you're going to take that play. So good on Ivica Zubac from rebounding, especially from game 2, when he was very, and I mean very, highly criticized by all Clipper fans alike. I saw game 2 how everybody was ripping him apart. They were saying, okay, I think Zubac needs to just take a sit down. And then it also didn't help the fact that he was the guy that got dunked on at the end of the game that prevented Ayton, that couldn't stop Ayton from getting the last second lob, because he's getting freaking picked by Devin Booker. But yeah. Now the things I didn't like, as I was saying, I think the rotation is set. So what the game 3 rotation was, I think it's good, with the exclusion of Rondo. I'm going to say this now, and I'm going to say it now and get this over with. So Clipper fans who are watching this video, I remember making a video talking about Clippers trade Lou Williams for Rajon Rondo, and I said how this would help the Clippers when we get to this time in the playoffs. Well, I wholeheartedly am writing out my apology form to those Clipper fans who say that I was wrong about the Rondo stuff. Well, guess what? I hereby announce I was wrong on the Rondo thing. Good God, dude. You know, I never thought Rondo would be this bad. This guy, Rondo, has not played a decent game since the one, I forgot what game it was in the Dallas series. But one game in the Dallas series when he did a really good job on defense against Luka Doncic, that was arguably the last best game he played for the Clippers in the playoffs. Every other time he's played in a game in the Clippers in this playoff run, he has been horrible, and we have lost those minutes. He's given us nothing offensively because he has no offense. He's barely given us assists. His defense sucks. And he's turning over the ball way too damn much. If you had told me my past self about this, by the time I was probably advocating for the Clippers to trade for Rajon Rondo, and I'm hearing this now, and if I were to go back in time and tell my past self, hey, you're going to make the Western Conference Finals all right this year. But the one thing is, Rondo's not going to be much of a factor. Actually, he's going to be a much negative to the point he's unplayable. My past self would say, well, then shit, I guess we shouldn't trade for him. Well, guess what? Lou Williams with the Hawks is doing a pretty decent job, and he's helped the Hawks, even though it's more behind Trae Young. But he's on a Hawks team that is in the Eastern Conference Finals, and they're already up 1-0 on the Bucks. Ninja. Yeah, we really... it's going to be definitely a talking point to see, well, would the Clippers have done that trade? Now, it's making me be like, you know what? We probably should have just kept Lou Williams because if Rajon Rondo's given the turnovers and the lackluster defense, well, then damn, Lou Williams would have been giving us the same exact thing. But the only difference is he would be more effective with scoring. So... yeah, I think the front office definitely made a mistake on that. But the only reason why trading Lou Williams doesn't hurt as much is, well, Lou Williams was in the last part of his contract, the last year of his contract. So, hey, you just live with what you live with and you just deal with it. But listen, at the end of the day, the thing is, the trade still happens. The thing going forward is Rajon Rondo can't play the rest of the series. He slows down the Clippers' pace massively. He disrupts the entire offense because he can't shoot. And he can't play defense for the love of God. So hopefully Ty Lue makes the adjustment going forward and just stops playing Rajon Rondo the rest of the playoff run. We make the finals, don't even put him a lick in the finals. Because we could have lost this game if he had gotten in the second half. He got in the first half, and he played 8 minutes. And if I can pull up, he was a -8. Yes, let's stop playing Rajon Rondo. He needs to, legit stop playing. He's unplayable. Now, because I saw on my TL, all the Clipper fans who were great with the trade and happy with it, now we're all eating our crow saying, fuck, we now regret this because this guy sucks. And the Clipper fans who never wanted to trade Lou Williams, obviously, I guess you can celebrate double on that because now you can be the people that tell me and other Clipper fans who thought, hey, Rondo's going to take us to the next level. Well, you can say, well, guess what? We told you so, that we didn't need Rondo from the start. And now it's looking like we really didn't even need Rondo from the beginning. The only thing is, We'll see what happens next, but I think Rondo might get traded this upcoming off season because the Clippers. Because I'm a front office person like Lawrence Frank, I'm probably looking at this and be like, he definitely didn't help us. We could go find ourselves to get maybe another depth piece or another guard or something like that. I'd probably rather have a wing because we have an influx of guards at this moment. We'll see. We'll see when the offseason comes. But let's get into the stats. Jay Crowder in 29 minutes had 9 points, no assists, 6 rebounds, 3 of 6 from the field from 3, and 3 of 7. Well, Jay Crowder wasn't much of a problem anyways because he fouled out. And now explain to me how he did not get a technical after he fouled out. He should have got teed up there. But okay, yeah, let's not do that. He literally got in all the refs' faces. No tee up. Okay. But again, Jay Crowder again proves to be utterly worthless in terms of production. He's essentially like Marcus Morris for us. Marcus Morris had 8 points tonight. They essentially countered each other out. As long as Jay Crowder doesn't go off and he's dropping dang near 10 or around 15 points, I'll live with that. Mikal Bridges, 26 minutes, 13 points, 2 assists, 6 rebounds, 5 of 8 from the field, only hit 2 of his 5 3-point shots. Good. I'll live with what Mikal Bridges gave the Clippers. 13 points, fine. Even though he's a talented player, he's a scrub. Just like everybody else on the stupid Phoenix Suns roster. Half of these players, other than Chris Paul, Ayton, and Booker, most of these guys are scrub players. Some of these guys were there when Phoenix was freaking doing this freaking losing all over and stuff like that. I'll run through all the guys I think are scrubs. I'm not going to diminish their talent. They're very talented players. But let's be honest. Some of these players were on the Phoenix Suns team that sucked. And it's only really behind the development of Monty Williams is that they're doing really good. But regardless, they're scrubs. DeAndre Ayton, he had a relatively, I would say, okay game. He didn't really kill us, or I didn't feel like he was very dominant. He had 18 points in 36 minutes, none of 13 from the field. Had 9 rebounds. He didn't have like how many rebounds he had. Great, no assist. And Zoo did a fairly decent job on him. Chris Paul in his return to the lineup for the Suns, only 15 points, had 12 assists, 2 rebounds. He only hit 2 of his 7 threes, and was 5 of 19 from the field. If we can actually limit Chris Paul to that percentage, we're definitely going to win games. We can't have it to where he goes against the Nuggets and he's the main catalyst to why he puts the Suns over the top. We can't have him drop in 36. If he can stay in the under 20, around 15-point range, you'll take that. And again, that's good. Because guess what? As much as I love Chris Paul's time with the Clippers, I want to see the Clippers beat Chris Paul and send him home. Devin Booker, in 40 minutes, struggled thanks to the advocacy of Patrick Beverley. So give Patrick Beverley his due. 15 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, 5 of 21 from the field, and only hit 1 of his 7 3-point shots. Good. It's like I said earlier. If we can hold Devin Booker and make sure he's not going crazy like Luka and freaking Donovan Mitchell does for the rest of the series, the Clippers have a very good chance at winning this series if they can keep Devin Booker's production on the offense side of the ball relatively low. And I'm hoping and praying he doesn't have a breakout game because in the Dallas and the Utah series, we repeatedly seen their best players have repeated performances. So far up to this point, Devin Booker only had that 40-point game in game 1. And after that, to be honest, he's kind of been nonchalant or a no-show. And the Clippers have made it hard, and they've made him work to get it. Great. That's much better than when you were guarding Luka and Donovan Mitchell. Because some of the times, these guys freely got their points whenever they wanted to. I'm glad that now Ty Lue's like, no, we got to make their best player work to get their points. If he's going to hit contested shots, we'll live with that. And it's like I said, live with what Devin Booker does. And if he hits shots, if he hits these contested shots, he hits these contested shots, and you just deal with it and move on next play. Go to the bench, Darius Saric. Oh, thank God for once we made him irrelevant on the bench. He's another scrub. 2 points, no assists, 7 rebounds. 12 minutes, 1 to 2 from the field. I should expect this stat line going forward for the rest of the season. Dario Saric sucks. He's the epitome of a scrub player. Jay Smith. I don't know who this. Oh, it must be a bench player. Must be one of the guys that came in late. Torrey Craig, 4 points, 1 rebound, 1 of 4 from the field in 15 minutes. Again, very talented player. He was really good with Denver. Again, scrub, whatever. Cam Johnson. He had 30 fucking minutes and he scored 12 points. 2 assists, 5 rebounds, 4 to 7 from the field. Hit 2 of his 5 3-point shots attempted. He gets into double digits for the 3rd straight game. Can we please stop the Cam Johnson production? He's really getting on my last damn nerves. Good God. Cameron Payne didn't kill us because, hey, he had to sit out this game because he tweaked his knee or his ankle. We'll see if he plays game 4, but definitely him being out for a majority of the game is definitely one of the big reasons why the Clippers won tonight. So I'll take it. We'll see if he plays game 4. Then each one more, 2 points. Damn a minute. Let's get to the Clippers stats. Azu had 15 points, 16 rebounds. Great. 3 of 8 from the field, and 1 assist. I'll take it. Patrick Beverley, 8 points, 1 assist, 6 rebounds, 2 of 6 from 3, 3 of 8 from the field. Defense, great. So I think we got back to classic old Patrick Beverley. Love to see that. Reggie Jackson, 23 points, 97 from the field, 3 of 8 from 3, 1 rebound, 3 assists. Led the charge and expanded the lead late in that 4th quarter when we needed him to hit shots. Again, Reggie Jackson, honestly, I thought he would be a utter liability / nuisance in the playoffs, and he has proved me wrong. And this guy has been there helping us, and he's keeping us afloat. He's essentially taken on the role of Kawhi by dropping at least around 20 or dang near almost 30 points a game for us in this playoff run. Paul George wasn't nearly as efficient in this game. He had an okay game, could have been better. 9 of 26 from the field, 3 of 11 from 3, had 15 rebounds, so he had a double-double tonight. Almost went for a triple-double, actually. 8 assists, 27 points. Even though he wasn't efficient shooting the ball, Paul George did try to get to the rim. Now, there were some points in the game where Paul George was getting very dicey and he was starting to get me pissed off, but luckily he kind of settled in and stuff like that. But, yeah, another thing is I just got to say this. Can you stop missing easy layups? Terrence Mann, 12 points, 6 of 8 from the field, missed 1 3-point shot, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Defense has been good for him, and he's been giving us offensive production, so that's great. I like to see that. Batum, 4 points, 3 assists, no rebounds, missed 1 3-point shot, 2 of 3 from the field. Take it. Marcus Morris Sr., only 8 points, 1 assist, 5 rebounds, hit both of his 3-point shots, and was 2 of 4 from the field. You'll take what you get. Rondo, I'm not going to even read his stat line. Just flat out awful. 0. Just throw up a big 0. Luke Kennard, who was really good in this game too. Again, hit some very clutch, timely threes, like that 4-point play was wonderful. 9 points, 1 assist, 1 rebound, 2 of 5 from 3, 3-7 from the field. Again, Kennard getting more minutes. Even though he's not good on defense, if he's scoring the ball pretty effectively, I'll take it. But Clippers get a good, much-needed win. Definitely needed win after – holy crap. It seems like the Chicago Cubs have no-hit the Dodgers. So suck it, Dodger fans. So I'm sorry, I guess, to Clipper Dodger fans. I guess you guys got no-hit. I'm an Angels Clippers fan, so regardless, but we suck. I know that. But anyways, Clippers get a much-needed win after that. You could say what should have been a demoralizing loss, but they get a much-needed win. Now the Clippers, again, to come out on Saturday and give the same type of effort and production. so they can tie the series up and be the first team to go down 3 times 2-0 and tie the series up. And I think they'll probably be the first team to also go down 2-0 3 different times and win the series. But if the Clippers can win game 4, it's definitely going to be Clippers in 6. I will definitely say Clippers in 6 if we win that series, or if we win game 4. But Clippers got a long way to go. So they got 48 hours to rest up and get ready for game 4. But other than that, if you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this game recap for the Clippers. Yeah. Do you think the Clippers are going to tie the series? We'll find out on Saturday. But other than that, we'll catch you guys in the next video. Until then, guys, I'll see you guys later. Peace.